Classifications and categories. In OSHA's words, a hazardous chemical is any chemical which can cause a physical or health hazard. This determination is made by the chemical manufacturer. Changes to HCS for 2024. Chemical hazards are now classified. Information regarding the specific hazards is available for each potentially hazardous chemical, rather than in HCS 1994, which said hazards were to be evaluated. Chemicals are now put into a hazard class and, if necessary, into a hazard category, which reflects the level of severity of the effect. Chemicals are classified by the manufacturers into a class and category that is aligned with GHS hazard criteria. This information is required to be on the SDS and container label. Employers will likely utilize the classification provided by the manufacturer unless there is mixing or creating chemicals in the workplace. Employers then may also classify chemicals. So there are three types of hazards: physical, health, and environmental. These are divided by classification, and again by category. Looking at physical hazards. This refers to a chemical's physical properties. Can it change into something hazardous by itself or when coming into contact with another substance? Classifications of physical hazards include explosives, flammable gases, flammable aerosols and chemicals under pressure, oxidizing gases, gases under pressure, flammable liquids, flammable solids, and self-reactive substances. Pyrophoric liquids, pyrophoric solids, self-heating substances, oxidizing liquids, oxidizing solids, organic peroxides, desensitized explosives, corrosive to metals, chemicals which, in contact with water, emit flammable gases. Moving on to health hazards. This refers to chemicals which may cause illness. These can be acute, in that the illness happens right away, or chronic, in that the illness happens at a later date. Health hazards include acute toxicity, skin corrosion or irritation, serious eye damage and irritation, germ cell mutagenicity, respiratory or skin sensitization, reproductive toxicity, carcinogenicity, aspiration hazard, specific target organ toxicity, single exposure, specific target organ toxicity, repeated or prolonged exposure, and environmental hazards. These hazards are exactly as the name implies, potentially harmful to the environment. Hazards to the aquatic environment, which include acute aquatic toxicity, chronic aquatic toxicity, bioaccumulation potential, or rapid degradability. Because the EPA, and not OSHA, has authority over environmental issues, these hazards are not included in HCS. GHS does include environmental hazards, so they may show up in safety data sheets and labels. There are hazards that are not classified by GHS. Therefore, OSHA has added the following four classifications: pyrophoric gases, simple asphyxiants, combustible dust, hazards not otherwise classified, known by the acronym HNOC. Looking at pyrophoric gases, this is a flammable gas that is liable to ignite spontaneously in air at a temperature of 130 degrees or below. Defining simple asphyxiants, a substance or mixture that displaces oxygen in the ambient atmosphere and can thus cause oxygen deprivation in those who are exposed, leading to unconsciousness and death. Defining combustible dust. Combustible dust means finely divided solid particles of a substance or mixture that pose a flash fire hazard or explosion hazard when dispersed in air or other oxidizing media. Hazards not otherwise classified. HNOCs produce an adverse physical or health effect identified through evaluation of scientific evidence during the classification process that does not meet the specified criteria for the physical and health hazard classes,